Hello everyone, welcome back to HODL Crypto News. I am putting this video out a little later than normal. As I said yesterday, I own a cleaning company and today it had me out and about as well. I've been doing it for about 17 years now, and it's kind of crazy how sometimes it really needs you and then sometimes it doesn't need you, but it definitely needed me today. But I do have a couple of things to go over with you guys today. One thing I really like to go into is this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I really want to make sure, just to kind of reiterate that nothing is any kind of advice on buying certain things or whatnot. I certainly am going to let you know what I own and what I definitely believe in, but do your own research. Everything I tend to offer always has links as well for you to do just that. Also, one more thing, I am not a day trader or a leveraged trader. Some things that I will show you will definitely be talking about in that realm. I'm not against it. It's just not for me. I am a long-term buyer. Just hold it and, sit back. All right. So going into it, first things first, the biggest mover today was Paxos Gold. Many of you don't know, or if you do, it is a tokenized asset that is basically backed by physical gold. So it's one of the first things that's on chain in the crypto market that's backed by a real world asset, which we'll go over in a little bit. And I actually found a really good video to show you guys. It's a couple minutes long, but this guy really explains what tokenization is. And I find it interesting. It's from a couple years ago as well. But Paxos tokenized gold hit record inflows, 248 million since January, which is insane. We've also got a little bit of AI news. Basically, I think every single day it's happening faster and faster, but the AI and blockchain are merging faster and faster and faster. Let's see what this had. I think I had. Yeah, there wasn't a link that went with that, but I did have a really awesome article. Maybe I'll post it on the description with this. There's a lot of White House news. I know that the crypto structure bill is coming out. It was supposed to be voted on, I think yesterday. That was the rumor, but it was just that, a rumor. The big problem right now is with the crypto market structure bill, you have stablecoins emerging, like I talked about yesterday. You have stablecoins emerging, and with stablecoins, there is the ability for you to make a percentage, like a yield, just like a high yield savings account. And the problem is, if you look at any stablecoins that are currently being offered, PayPal, for instance, the yield that they're offering is way more than banks are offering. So you know that the banks are lobbying massively. Apparently, there's a pack called a Fair Shake pack that is definitely behind the banks, and apparently it's quite massive. $193 million in funding for just that pack alone. So it is a mighty war chest that is being used. The Trump administration was famously debanked, but they are not going to be able to get around this bank lobby. So it's going to be really interesting to see what comes out. It really is. Let's see. Tokenization, real world assets, stocks, funds, and gold. They are basically set for a massive 2026 breakout. Pretty much feel like I'm going to be talking about that every single day. The banks know it. The bank managers and finance managers know it as well. You'll see that many banks are currently telling their asset managers and their advisors every day. It seems like it's just increasing more and more. At first, it was 0.5% allocation in Bitcoin. Now 1%. I think Bank of America came out a couple of weeks ago saying 4% allocation. And I guarantee you'll see more people coming out saying 4 to 8% allocation. And that's just in Bitcoin alone. So it's definitely fuel for a massive explosion. This CoinDesk analysis was really good too. I really like this CoinDesk for news. I find them to just be straight to it. Really, really, really good. Let's see what. I wanted to show you guys this video. I will link and give this guy credit where credit is due, but just watch this next.
Well, simply put,
and he will tell you a little bit about basically what tokenization is.
Tokenization is the process of substituting sensitive data with a non-sensitive value, referred to as a token. Imagine this. Let's say you pay for a monthly food box subscription online with your credit card. We will call the company ABC Foods as an example. Since you're being charged on a monthly basis, ABC Foods needs to store your credit card information in a safe way. This is where tokenization comes into play. Tokenization essentially protects your credit card data while it's stored in a business's system by replacing your credit card number with random values that others would not be able to read. Let's walk through two examples that will compare a payment system that is tokenized versus one that is not. Here's an example of a non-tokenized purchase. Let's say you purchased your food box online and they needed to save your credit card information. You go to their website and you place your order. Then before they send you your order, you save all of your credit card information into their system for future use so they can charge you again later on. Since their system is not tokenized, every digit and all of your actual credit card information is saved with the company for future use. Well, where's the problem? Let's say someone hacks into ABC Foods' website and manages to download everyone's data that they saved when making purchases. In a non-tokenized purchase, these hackers now have everything they need to use your credit card to make purchases without your consent. Clearly, your data needs to be protected, and that's where tokenization comes in. Let's see how things would look if you purchased your subscription with ABC Foods and they used a tokenized system in this scenario. When you enter in your credit card information, every number gets randomized into a series of values. I'm sure you've seen this. This is what ABC Foods would see, as those X's represent the tokens that have replaced your card's information. So if there were a data breach and someone were to get credit card information from ABC Foods, they would see your credit card as a bunch of values that they could never read and use. That translation of your credit card information.
Again, I will link that, but it's kind of fascinating because he's talking about tokenization on the payment rails, but the tokenization that we're also seeing coming and talking about coming is tokenization of real world assets. You'll see it in many articles, RWA. The tokenization of real world assets is, basically this concept. And I'll try to find a better way of explaining it too. Maybe do an entire video on it and really break it down. But with blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, you can tokenize, a house. You can tokenize a business. You can tokenize a car. And so now, the real estate market could be opened up to where 100 people could own a house and rent it out. And the rent could be on the blockchain. Everything could be on the blockchain. Everybody who owns 1/100th of that home would get 1/100th of the rent that comes in. It's a really fascinating way of looking at ownership, and it's not as far-fetched. It's not far-fetched at all. It used to be kind of far-fetched, but not anymore. I mean, these people, you've got Larry Fink of BlackRock literally talking about it and talking about it excitedly as well. So I will link this video for sure. Next thing up was Standard Chartered warned stablecoins could drain up to $500 billion from U.S. banks from 2028. Again, this is going along with just what I'm saying. I mean, they know that these stablecoins are going to pull money out of the banks because the stablecoins are going to perform way better than the banks are. And the banks can't, the banks, it's all fake money, really. So it's just so hard to conceptualize because they literally are dealing with a fake money that is printed, but they cannot keep up with the yield that these stable coins and cryptocurrency can offer because cryptocurrency and stable coins have technology behind them that actually works. So it really is a fascinating time to kind of be at the forefront of this. It's basically saying that current supply is already exploding past $300 billion, which is up 40% year over year. That's an insane compounding thought experiment to do. If you think of 40% compounding year over year, it's insane. Let's see. I think that's it. Let me see. Obviously, MicroStrategy keeps stacking. I don't think they've come out with anything else that is really big, but I think that is a wrap for today. Very short video, a little bit later. I am trying to get better at doing them early in the morning. I feel like a lot of news comes out in the morning. There's a lot of energy, but I did want to stick with my commitment of doing a daily video, so I got one in. I would love to make sure that you guys, like, comment, and subscribe on the videos. Remember, this is not financial advice. Everything I've talked about comes with links, so do your own research. I don't think I really talked about any specific coins today other than the first thing, the Paxos Gold, but that is To me, that's not really a meme coin. I mean, that's based on gold. Even though I'm not a metals guy, that is based on gold. So it's not a stupid investment. But again, do your own research. Thank you for watching, and yeah, drop a like, send me a comment. You'll probably be the first one to do it. Thank you so much.